Well, at least my level stays. Alright, we're back here. I think we will just head straight back up to the boss corridor and try that again. So I wonder if it would make more sense to use a couple of these other types along the way. This is the one that shoots backwards. I will keep this one on. When I got mobbed in that one section right before the end, definitely could have used some secondary weapon shots to thin out the enemies so that doesn't happen. We'll see. I don't think this directional shot does a ton of damage, but probably does more damage than my regular shot. Find out. Problem is I keep forgetting that it's directional input based. I need to not do that. Full life. These guys, I need to get them out of my way so that a bunch of them don't show up on the screen at once. Okay, back up. Full up with chips. Ow. Man, this is where I took all that damage last time. And I just straight up died there. So I haven't quite figured out how I want to do cuts with this particular game. Guess we'll just have to see how long it takes me to beat the different corridors and zones. Since I'm recording all this in one shot, I'm not going to start and stop my recording software, but if it turns out I get stuck on one boss for a long time, then I'll probably cut out the unsuccessful runs, since it's just going to be me getting back to the boss and running through it. So I'll use my judgment on that as we go. A lot of it's also going to be figuring out what weapons work best. I wonder how much stronger that one is. This one takes more chips per use than the directional shot, but it also stays on screen for a while. I wonder how much stronger it is. Definitely going to use that against the boss. Guess we'll see. Part of it will be experimenting and just seeing what works. I wish they had a way to hot swap the weapons, like a Mega Man X style, where you hit like select or something and it cycles between your equipped weapons on the fly. That'd be nice. I do think this game was probably pretty unique for its time in the 8-bit library. It said 1988 or 89. Having games that switched the gameplay types like this were not terribly common. And Compile was definitely pretty ambitious with this one. And I think they did a good job. This game is pretty memorable. And it's pretty challenging, as we see here with me dying repeatedly on this corridor 11. I don't think the corridor numbers are necessarily the indication of the order you're supposed to play them in. Okay, so right away the circular shot there made that part a lot easier to deal with. So I'm gonna remember that for next time. No. Back to Optomon. I know one of the weapons you get at some point can destroy this guy's seaweed tracks. I don't think I have it yet, but already this is... seems like it's doing more damage. As it sort of orbits, it usually hits him a couple times before it leaves the screen, so that's good. Ow. Regular bullets don't hurt too much, but I know the seaweed tracks hurt a lot. That'll probably kill me in 1 or 2 hits. Ah! Yeah. Yep, case in point. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Circular shot works well in this zone. I really need to get to this guy without dying, though. Or without losing any life. Should probably also grab some more chips, so I can go into that fight relatively fully stocked. I always thought the character design in this game was pretty interesting. When I played it back in the day, I could gather that the character was supposed to be some sort of robot lady. But then when it turns out she turns into a plane, I always thought that was kind of interesting. I guess one thing I'll have to experiment around with as I'm editing the episodes for this Let's Play would be something you guys have probably seen me doing on the other Let's Plays so far, where I will sort of write up lore with each of the video description posts. That's a lot of fun. Especially games that don't really have an in-depth narrative for the overall quote-unquote game story. Just being able to mess around with a sort of meta-narrative lore is fun. I usually just come up with those on the fly as I'm uploading them to YouTube. So I'm sure we could do something interesting with this game. Alright. And I can't fire more than one of those at a time, so I've got to sort of choose my spots, otherwise I have to wait until the orbiting projectile leaves the screen before I can fire another one. Once we get to that section with all of the eyeballs that shoot at me, that's where I need to be careful not to take too much damage. Ow. Oh man. That full heal. Oh, that was not good. And now I am in one-shot territory with this guy again. Ouch. I'm just trying to hang back at the edge of the screen, give me time to dodge between the seaweed tracks and the bullets. Because I don't want this guy to pin me. Ow, alright, well. that did a lot of damage. It's too bad the orbiting projectile doesn't destroy his bullets. That'd make this easier. Ah! Moved right into it. Alright, let's see where my options are here. I think I can either go here. I know Corridor 12 was down in the area where we went before, and I got destroyed pretty good. Did we check out the other corridor, though? That second dot. I guess we can go down there and just see if Corridor 2 is in that area. Because this is 11. We know one of those two down there was 12, so I guess we can go back and look. I think this one, number 11, is pretty doable, but we might be able to find some tools that'll help a little bit. So we'll go take a look.